Hello, and welcome back to Elden Ring. Last time, I successfully beat up the dragon, anticlimactically because I used the summon once and it instantly won, but that is what it is. I also got a dragon heart thing that I wanted to try. I don't think it's good because I don't have any dragon cult incantations and it stays until I die. But I kind of want to see what it does. Exactly 0 damage negation or resistances. And I can't use it. Perfect. Why can't I use it? Disrobed. Maybe I have to do something specific to even get access to it, and her death doesn't give me access to it, maybe. Yes, I can't use it. That makes it easy. We'll have to figure out how that works someday. Maybe on another playthrough sometime. But for now, no idea. My plan today is the Cerulean Coast, because it seems much more relaxed. Less full of dragons. And kind of pretty. I stopped right before going further because I went back to try to fight that fire monster, but then I gave up because it seemed like a real waste of time. So, it's time to explore. I really need more stats. Can I get the faith? Can I just level the faith? Because if I can get 5 levels of faith with 490,000, that'd be pretty good. I don't think I can. I can get 2. Because I think it's a fun weapon. A pair of weapons, sort of, but it's a different style. It's not at all optimal, but it's interesting. So I have not explored here, nor have I explored the section up above. It has a lot of movement. You move a lot with these weapons. Rude. I also realized that previously I was going to try this and see how wing stance worked, but I never did. So I'm going to do that real quick. That's promising. The dog is pretty quick, though. That's promising. Except getting staggered, but it's still promising. It's a lot of damage in one hit. And it probably has comparable effective scaling because of the frostbite. Probably worse for AoE. But it's interesting. It is slower than just attacking normally, though. It's cool, though. It's different. Can I jump? No, okay. Kind of hard to judge which weapon is better, but... Well, I mean, this one's almost certainly worse. But it's interesting. Do need to swap this. Oh, so valuable. And that was white. Why is a Grave Glovewort 9 white instead of gold? Doesn't make sense to me. Because, like, Arteria leaves are purple. Yet, level 9 Grave Glovewort is white. Like, the coloring is weird. Just doesn't make sense to me. Oh. I actually do need to have a weapon out, not just hands. That will grab me, and I'll get stuck. At least per the one encounter in a catacomb? These are really gross. They make me uncomfortable. I want to get to the map. The map is the highest priority. I've been looking for maps for a while. And honestly, the only reason I went to the evil dragon was because I wanted to get to that map. But I think that map is only accessible from another path. It seems. To me. Map is not too far. Might be up this way. I wonder if you could jump that. I think you maybe could. I think it's worth trying, and if I die, I die. Worth it. Oh, that death is a weird... It's a weird spot for some reason. Because you landed on the ground there, but it should have just fallen into the void. It was worth it just for that. It's also kind of interesting that it's labeled... Like, yes, the coast doesn't need to be beaches, but it is interesting that, like, the Cerulean coast is relatively... It starts relatively far from the coast. It's still... You would still call it the coast, but... That's a... Ghost flame? Death flame? Whatever? Dragon? I should probably hunt it. Get rid of it, but... I still believe that jump might just barely be possible. But you'd have to get like a super specific angle. Once I get the map, I can go back. The map is just very important. Wonderful. Yes, it is a separate section, which means there's probably nothing other than the one dragon who's, I think, back here that I need to kill eventually. See, it doesn't look like there's a path that's likely to connect to here, so this is going to come from, like, here, probably. Yeah, the hands underground there. Cool design. I haven't explored this area at all. Oh, it's a beautiful map. Okay, back I go. Dragon to fight. Probably not going to go well with this weapon, but I'll try it. I'll try it once. If it goes poorly, I switch. Yeah, it's just a ghost flame dragon. Yeah, it's worthless. Early roll. Very loud. Can I jump it? Nope. Because it's multiple breaths. Oh. Yeah, there's no reason to use this. It's just worse. Slow. Oh, it didn't breathe fire. Or shoot fire out of its foot. This should be better. That's garbage. I can't do anything about that when it's standing there. Super slow because it's out of stamina. Probably gonna have to restart. What's this one? Greedy. Lock on is great. I'm dead. Yep. They're not that bad to fight when you don't have to kill 20 other enemies. Generally helps to be using a good weapon though. Oh wait, I wonder if this is a good time to use this weapon that I don't really like because it's way too big. This one. Enhance it with Sacred Order. It should be more effective against the Ghost Flame Dragon. If it isn't, then it's worthless, but if it hits harder, maybe. Maybe there's also the option of the various Dragon Wound greases, which are near the top. Which I have normal Dragon Wound. I don't have the special Dragon Wound. Also think that the Dragon Wound's kind of bad. Based on my memory. At least against the Ancient Dragon, it did basically nothing special. Okay, I want to see if I can get a fully charged strong attack. See what happens on the leg. And it moves! Despite not being able to see me because it can sense me and I can't even try. Just let me try, please. Just... Okay, yeah. That's pretty good. 4,000 damage? It could be better. It could be a jump attack for 3k. I missed. This is way better. Early, yep. Run. I don't have a fast roll because I have too much weight. Oh, that visual is very helpful when it's hidden in the ground. I need a buff. I almost certainly need to buff. Ah, they summoned a bunch of Skelebobs. Oh, that's why I'm... It's kind of hard to dodge roll when you're not in the correct weight class. Good to know. It's hard to dodge roll if you can't dodge roll. Those summons are really annoying. That's lame. I think summoning a bunch of lowly minions is not fun to play against. It's just annoying, but I need to change my weight. This should be fine. I just don't think it's an interesting way to make an enemy difficult if the enemy themselves actually has a lot of HP. If the enemy themselves is kind of weak and you have to fight 50 small enemies to kill the one weak enemy, that's fine. Like, honestly, the snails, I think the snails are a good example. The snails themselves are super weak, but you have to get past their main defenses that are reasonably strong. Good fun. Literally nothing I could do because my horse didn't die. and I couldn't jump off. It's important to learn. Gonna sense me somehow. I guess I swap in this real quick. I'd love to use the charged attack instead of jump attack, but okay, not quite timed well. As always, the lazy dragon attack. Bad roll. And then it's going to summon a bunch of ghosts. I'm pretty sure. I'm just going to let it kill the rest of the ghosts. I'm just going to run around because I'm not fighting with these guys. It's a waste of time. Missed. And I get one shot because I got stabbed by one spear guy. I get that it's part of the game. I don't like this type of design. It's a waste of time. Oh, you do this, wait till it summons, draw the summons away, kill them one by one. Very fun. It's not interesting. It's just not fun. It doesn't benefit the game, in my opinion, to have a dragon that brings a bunch of weaklings. Like, oh, okay, the right choice is kill all the weaklings. But that's a waste of time, because it just takes so much longer than it's worth. It's better than than dying, but it's just not fun. I would take the twin gargoyle fight over this, probably, any day. And this lock-on is also pretty trash, which doesn't really help. Way early. And it's going to do the exact same attack again? Nope. Okay. Guess I just need to focus on the legs. I need to aim for the head to hopefully stagger it, because if I can stagger it, it will die. Way early. I should have gotten punished. Buff. And I die because... Yep, I get one shot. Okay, that's... Okay. Hopefully it doesn't impact anything that YouTube is complaining. I'm just not a fan of it summoning garbage. Can you maneuver around them? Yes. Does it just make it take longer for no fun reason? Yes. It's just not interesting, so I have to do my best to kill it by staggering its head. And the best way to do that would be to slightly adjust my mixed physic and actually use it. But the mixed physic will help with the stagger, which is beneficial. It doesn't help with the damage, because all I have is bonus magic damage, not bonus sacred. Ugh, didn't lower its head enough. Okay, stamina. 1, 2, 3, missed. And now I need to run. One more good hit and it's dead. And I think a good hit is contingent on the sacred buff. I don't think anything but a headshot would kill it at this point. And I can't react properly. Okay, headshot didn't quite kill it. I should have died there. And I get staggered, and I miss. I misplayed that, obviously, but I hate this enemy, because I hate the dinky, non-threatening guys that are only threatening because their spear hits stagger me instantly. It's just not interesting. Like, it's kind of fun trying to race it as best I can to stagger it and kill it quickly, but I'm gonna go all in on that. Let's equip this. Switch the mixed physic. But this is a case of just trying to explicitly avoid a mechanic, less as opposed to the mechanic being at all interesting to interact with. Like, it's not a feeling of, oh, this is super hard in a fun way. It's just, no, this is just annoying. I might actually get one shot now, though, because of the increase in, I think, damage taken from that flask. Oh, garbage. It actually has time to react to me mid-attack animation. Oh, and yep, I do get one shot. Because of the increased damage taken. There's just nothing interesting about summoning a bunch of goons. Like, it would be kind of difficult, but I could spend 2 minutes trying to one-shot each little goon. Which maybe I should, but I don't want to because that's boring. That's funny. That didn't actually increase the damage much, having the holy boost instead of magic. That's funny. That's weird. Totally normal, but just weird. I hate... It hits before it hits. It didn't hit me when it hit me. The hitbox on that breath attack is in front of the breath. Oh, good. Very gameplay. And I'm gonna get hit. I didn't get hit, I got lucky. Eclipse is about to explode and I'm about to die. And that doesn't hit because it's... floaty garbage doesn't count. That's fine. Oh, what a fun enemy type. I guess I just leave as best I can. Still didn't stagger though. And they're still here. That was garbage. That was objectively garbage. Because I was on the left side of its head. They stabbed me and pulled me to their side of its head. That was objective garbage. I'm also surprised they didn't stagger that entire time, but... I just don't like dragons, and this is not even the worst. I actually kind of prefer this to a lot of the dragons because it doesn't fly constantly. Yeah. It can totally react that quickly. Not quite. Yeah, I don't know what the timing on that's supposed to be. That was weird. It must have hit me, but I didn't think it would. I guess I do this. Maybe I'll try this. I'll try getting it to the obnoxious point and then just leaving. See what it does. The worst dragon attack. Okay. don't lock on, please. Oh, it didn't stagger me, so I died. So actually, it's better to be close to it if you're not going to get far enough away because you get blocked by a rock. It's better to be close to it so the explosion knocks you down so you don't die. I think that's not great. It is a generic weak enemy, though. I just don't think it's fun. It reacts inhumanly, well, it's a dragon, but... And then Dragon Breath, and I can't escape because it's impossible to escape in that scenario. Missed. But the fire is so much slower than it feels like it should be. I'm still so iffy on that hitbox. I didn't input that. Give me the crit. Nope. Stay as close as I can because I'll get exploded anyway. Oh, never mind, it one-shots me. One of the times I didn't die. Did I need more HP than I had there? Did I need to be full HP? That misses. Okay, lovely. Okay, this is actually good. Early, but I should have gotten hit. If I can get one more good headshot. Good. And now I didn't accidentally input a secondary. This is bad. I'm not gonna have time to do more than a single hit. Okay, but I can run now. Stay outside the AoE. And then... Nope, unlucky. Two more hits. And I get hit by spears and missiles. Bye. I guess this is probably the better play. Just leave. And the dragon will de-aggro before the skeletons will, for some reason. That doesn't make any sense. The skeletons never give up, but the dragon does. The dragon gets blocked by a simple path. It doesn't know how to path to me. They shouldn't put a dragon in a scenario like this where this can happen. This shouldn't be an option. If they're not going to make it so that the dragon is going to be smart enough to not cause this. They shouldn't put it in a position where this is possible. Oh, this is so blah. And more spawn over there, maybe? Hard to tell. And that went through its head. As it should. Terrible fight. And it still goes off after I kill it. Terrible fight design. Nothing fun about that. Nothing about that was fun. Okay, now what do I do? Buy dragon area. Let's see if there's anything to see anywhere else. Nothing there. Okay. I found that map so long ago. Okay. This is where I am here. Do I want to go south or do I want to go west? I think I kind of want to go west first. But I'm going to go south. I'm not a fan of all the dragons. Kind of makes sense that there's dragons occasionally, but there might be more dragons than there were in the base game? Not total, but like higher density of dragons. Because there's already been 3 ghost flame dragons. At least 3 something or other peak dragons. Though the peak dragons are kind of different. There was an ancient dragon, there was a dragon boss. All in an area that's only maybe 80% bigger than Limgrave and the place below it. Probably only about double the size mountain of Top of the Giants. It's not enough of a larger area for me to be like, yeah, this is a good amount of dragons. I think there's just a few too many. And there's seems to be a bit of an insistence that they have obnoxious gimmicks. One ghost flame dragon surrounded by obnoxious basic enemies. one that summons obnoxious basic enemies. The spike drakes, the peak drakes, whatever they were called. The gimmick was neat for two of them. They were fighting each other. There was one ghost flame dragon that was normal. That was fine. I just kind of think I would actually prefer if all of the dragons were just generic without obnoxious gimmicks. Now I say that. Of the three sort of gimmicks, only two of them were awful and annoying. Oh, cool. One of them was actually kind of fun, and technically that one was two, so it's more of a 50-50. Because if two dragons are fighting each other, then there has to be two dragons, so it's kind of two for the price of one. So it's kind of two gimmicks. But it's one gimmick, but two dragons that have the same gimmick. Though I think one was pretty clearly stronger than the other, which is kind of neat, but... Oh, not that sound. Really think it's necessary to have this guy throw jars at people? Unless he's throwing it at the other guys. If he's throwing it at the other guys, that'd be great, but no, he's definitely throwing it at me. Okay, I need to actually have... Oh, I'm not two-handing. That is a mild issue. Too slow. Okay, I can't roll around his leg because of the stone. Nope. Oh, it doesn't give me a critical on this guy. All I can say is it's weird it doesn't give me a critical on this specific troll monster. It's odd. Slow roll. Obnoxious troll. Hefty cracked pot. Totally worth it. Hello. Hello, birds. They're very, cute. Okay. I'm assuming this is still a grave. Hoping it's something else. But it's probably just a grave. Deep purple lily. I still think this hole's gonna have a monster come out of it and attack me. Allah. Oh, there's an octopus boss in Super Mario Galaxy. Where an octopus pops out of a hole like this. And you have to hit coconuts back at it? That might be Galaxy 2 though, I can't remember. Oh yeah. That's a little more effective than I was expecting, honestly. Pretty neat. I kind of hate the lack of, like, stagger on that fire, but it would probably be too good if it actually staggered consistently. Not that slimes are easy to stagger, but... Come on, just let me jump here. Yeah, they gave a lot of enemies just generic smithing stone drops. I think that's kind of boring. Hello. Oh, they had different tails. New cookbook. Eternal sleep grease. Drawstring eternal sleep grease. Kind of interesting. Why is there tumbleweed? Because they're lazy? There has to be something here. But what? Missing me nothing, yeah. I mean, maybe it's maybe it's a boss that shows up. I don't know. Maybe it's just a reference to sit down and stare out across the ocean. Maybe. Who knows? It's kind of nice looking. It's not the best looking thing in the world because the fog and the rain just look kind of bad, but yeah, these are all to me generic nothingness. Deep purple lilies. Again, these random tumbleweeds that shouldn't be here. It doesn't make sense for them to be here. So why are they here? Because they're just generic environmental things that I assume they place because why not? They could be a byproduct of something else. They could be placing the trees, and the trees are somehow linked to the production of tumbleweeds for some reason. But because they place certain trees, tumbleweeds have to appear. Kind of like that weapon. Ash of War, not weapon art. I mean, there has to be something up here. There's no way there's just a big hole and, like, a single cookbook. Because that's just a waste of time. There's an item here. This was from something I killed, so it's not going to trigger anything. I mean, there has to be something. Okay, that's what it is. It's a descent. Pretty straightforward. Easy enough to miss, but it is there. Descent into the depths of... Slimeville. Tartarus. That guy's not on the wall properly. He's hovering off the wall. Fix your game. Make the walls actually be where the walls are. A little bit more than that. I shouldn't see 10, 20 centimeters of air. I should see like 2. It doesn't actually matter, which is why it's like that probably, but... That is a blocked off device. Oh, I thought it was so dark because I didn't have the light on. Fun to see people potentially fall to their death in this game. It's pretty funny. I mean, it's about my turn to fall to my death accidentally, but I didn't yet. I need 16 faith before I can get rid of the source seal. Yes. So, I'm not gonna be allowed in probably. Sealed and obscured by Mikola. So that's like end game. I want to go back, explore a tiny bit here, but if I don't, it's not the end of the world. What am I putting? I'm putting this. So I guess I go to the west next. and see what's over here. I want a fun fight. Fighting that dragon for an hour and a half total wasn't fun, and then fighting this dragon for probably 20 minutes, which I could have done faster if I was more cautious and thorough, so it's my own fault that it took that long, but I need a fight that's actually fun. I need a fight that I actually find fun. Well, because until I have a fight that I find fun, I'm not going to be having that much fun. Because as cool as exploring is, it's just a lot of running around. So I guess I either need a fun new weapon that's actually strength int, or just pure int, because that would be good enough. I either need an int weapon, a strength weapon, or a fun boss. Any of those are what I'm looking for. Hoping for, even. Because as it stands, this DLC hasn't given me a single strength or int or strength int weapon. It's given me this weapon that I'm using now that's strength int, dex, and faith, which is not what I'm spec'd for. Oh, hello. I fought your friendo. I don't want to fight you again. You shouldn't be able to keep up with a horse. That's complete garbage. Like, you can say whatever. This is a magical horse. Wrong button. Like, it's a magical horse. You shouldn't be able to keep up with a magical horse. I don't have the correct buffs. It's holy right now, but... I hate this enemy. I fought it once. It was not particularly fun. It was cool, but it was not particularly fun. It's a fine enemy. It's not a boss that I'm looking for, but... Oh. What am I doing? I am switching my mixed physic back to this. Wrong button. I am just simply in a bad mood because that dragon was so uninteresting. It's just not fun. I want something unique. The dragon fight there wasn't that unique. It was just annoying. The dragon boss was not unique. It was just annoying. Well, I mean, it had a tiny bit that was unique at least, but it didn't have much unique going for it. That's for sure. Like, the first two bosses I fought were genuinely excellent. They were very fun. I enjoyed fighting them. They were interesting enough. The dragon was just such a drain because it wasn't interesting. Because it was just another dragon fight, but scaled up lightly, which is what they were probably going for, but still. Just because it's their goal doesn't mean it was fun. But everyone probably has their own opinions on stuff like that. That myth. Infinite stamina monkey creature. Demi-human monster. Then staggering them in the air is pretty funny, but that's about it. I really don't like these guys. There's gonna be more. If I'd only ever seen one, I would be like, okay, they won't show up again. But now that there's been two, they're gonna show up again. There's gonna be more than just two. I pretty much can guarantee it. And that's not gonna be fun, because they're annoying. These are just normal demi-humans, I think. Erdtree fragment. Let's leave that. And no. Let's do this. Where am I? Okay, I'm here. So that's a queen? Yeah, it's a queen. Which, if I'm gonna fight it, I should use actual gear. Actually, the HP regen's not the most important, but... reused enemies. It's fine. I respect the need to reuse enemies to keep stuff, I don't know, broader, but still. I think there are better enemies to reuse than the basic demi-humans and the demi-human queen. There's definitely a lot of enemies that I would much rather see reused. Could I name them? No. But this is just among the least interesting classes of enemies that they could reuse. Because this is like Limgrave tier. You fight these so early in the game. So seeing them again now is just kind of not interesting at all. Like seeing the, I think, yeah, no, I'm not going to fight you fairly. Because you have 50 people following you. Can I? No, I can't. This is my least favorite type of thing. Oh. Fight this boss, but they have 15 minions with them. It's such a waste of time. Because the correct choice is kill all the minions before they can be an issue. But then you just waste 5 minutes killing them all while avoiding the boss. It's not fun. So the other option is try to burst the boss down as fast as possible. Which is what I'll do one attempt. If I kill them quickly enough, then it'll work. Or I get far enough away and they stop following me because reasons. Because to be honest, I think this enemy type was already overused in the base game. I don't think this needed to be brought back. Kind of like dragons. Dragons didn't need to be reused again. This didn't need to be reused again. It doesn't add anything. It's just a boring enemy type. Like, you don't need to bring dragons back. That might be a weapon I can use though, which would be nice. Star aligned implies it could be int. Oh, wait, what I do, I check inventory. It is a katana. It is a dex int, so it's worthless. As always. There are a lot of strength int weapons, so it's probably somewhat fair. It probably balances it out a bit, but... still, the number of weapons that I can't use that I've gotten is obnoxious. What am I doing? I'm going to the America Sorceal. Is that all this was? Or can I climb up there and get something actually interesting? Because if this whole thing was just that one queen, then it's a waste of time. Tumbleweeds on a beach. I'm just very frustrated. It's just not... No fun fights for a while playing this. No fun weapons that I can use. This weapon I'm using now is fun, but it doesn't actually suit my build. Worthless! Oy oy oy. I'd rather have a weapon I can't use than that. Because the weapon I can't use now is theoretically a weapon that I can use sometime. In another playthrough or whatever. That will never be useful to me. Which is my own personal choice, but I don't think you really need more than a few maxed out. You only need like 3 or 4 maxed out summons. Yes, variety, but it's much less of an important variety than weapons, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's where I started, I think. Because having a variety of weapons gives you... There's like... The speed with which you attack is very important. The damage type is important. Like, that matters so much more because if the weapon you're using to attack someone is trash, it feels really bad. Whereas, this is a minor assumption, but if the summon you summon doesn't do a good job, it probably doesn't feel nearly as bad as being basically unable to fight the enemies you're fighting because your weapon is trash. Like, weapon variety is so much more important. And yes, including both types of smithing stones, you do have a much greater variety of weapons. That's true. But still, I would always rather find a weapon that I could try and get to +9. I think I did get the katana, but that's like a niche katana. Which I guess is meant to be paired with Moonveil, basically. Like, that's what that boils down to. You pair it with Moonveil, and that's kind of it. Because I can't imagine you'd prefer it. I can't imagine it has something that separates it and makes it better than Moonveil. Because Moonveil's just... Oh, Line of Stars is going to be the exact same thing as Moonveil, probably, is my guess. I'm not going to be able to cast it, am I? Yeah, because I don't have the necessary stats. It has to be shooting stuff during those attacks. It has to be. Because otherwise, it doesn't make any sense. So it has to be using dex there. Actually, I'm sitting at 22. I need 1 more. Yeah, what, like... I don't know. A, why does this drop from that instead of the thing that actually uses this? I can't imagine any, like... Unless it has extreme stagger potential, there's no way that beats Moonveil. Just because Moonveil's quick. You shoot it, you can stagger, it's easy. It's simple, straightforward. That's just a long chain, and I'm talking PvE. Maybe it's good for PvP. I don't know anything about that. But it doesn't seem like it's likely to be better, because if you get through that whole combo, you're probably dead halfway through anyway. Because it takes too long to get off. It just seems kind of... It probably, stat-wise, works as an offhand or whatever, but... just feels kind of... pointless. Okay, they do go away. Another shade creature. So I can't get over there, probably. It's possible that I can. Doesn't look like there's likely to be a path, but if there is, it would be over there. It would be lower. Or it's right here, maybe. Yeah, it can go down and then up, probably. Yeah, down and then over and then up. Okay. Fairly simple. Give me a map. The shade's nowhere near me. Not here, though. Oh, they explode. Neat. Interesting. I love this game. I love how long stuff stays aggroed and doesn't let you check your map. It's so helpful. And it's so necessary. Oh, they don't explode if you aren't close enough. Most of these would normally explode in that scenario. Still just as easy. I don't know why they don't just explode, but probably better this way. Okay, now. Like, they won't let me check my map. I don't know why. Yeah, so I'm going this way. Where am I going to pop up? Maybe I'm not going to pop up. Maybe I'm just going to be underground. Wrong button. Where could I pop? I guess I could pop up in the middle of a cliff, maybe? That's the only thing I can guess. But it's not. Oh, it's on top of one of these. That makes sense. That's a very reasonable place for it to show up. And another great grave glovewort. Totally worthless, as always. Just give me, like, a ghost sword or something weird. Like, I want a sword that is, in its description, states that it can't damage living creatures, but deals triple damage to the shadow people. Like, something like that. Something interesting. Ghost Glovewort is not interesting. It's incredibly boring. Like, doing quadruple damage to those would probably not be that useful, but it would be funny. Instead, I get stuff that doesn't benefit me, and even if I used the Glovewort, wouldn't benefit me much. And there's a stupid lobster that I'm actively gonna not fight, because I hate lobsters. They're fine to fight, they're just annoying. And there's no point in fighting it. So, better to just run past. Crabs, I actually kind of enjoy fighting. They're kind of fun to fight. I'm not going to fight them because I'd rather move along, but I would actually consider fighting a crab if I ran into it in this game. Because they're kind of interesting. Lobsters, though. No, lobsters are just obnoxious. Nothing fun about fighting a lobster. Give me a door. Thank you. The mausoleum. New map icon. Icon. Shoot, it's a fight. I don't want to do a boss. It's not going to be fun. It's going to be a generic, normal-ish boss. It's not going to give me a weapon. Well, it's not going to give me a thingamadoo. Oh, I haven't rested, huh? What an enemy. Hey, it actually dodged. Good job. Good job. What is that? Flame wave or something? Like, I mean, it's almost cool. Okay. Oh yeah, they have infinite stamina because they're an enemy. They can infinitely chain these annoying spinny combos. I can't see because the camera. What an obnoxious enemy type. What an obnoxious enemy type. I can't imagine fighting that with not range. That is so annoying. It's constantly spinning. I could have done better, though I also didn't have my mixed physic to work with, but it's a boring enemy. They just spin. And I think we're killing a dead person? Like this is a mausoleum where they were entombed? And we're just here to kill them? What a fun enemy. They just keep spinning. So fun. Switch to jump spam, I guess. That seems like the best way to do this. Yeah, I have to get out of my inventory faster. But because the interface of the inventory, just like in Dark Souls 2, the interacting with the inventory gets interrupted by getting hit. So you can't quit out quite as quick if you're getting hit. It's just a boring enemy. Spamming spins because enemies don't have stamina. They don't need to manage stamina. Wow, so fun. That... Did they roll that? Did they actually roll through that? That's crazy. Wow. What a fun enemy. Maybe. Probably not. Probably dex based. So it's probably totally worthless. Enhances the power of dancing attacks. That's kind of interesting. It's probably very limited. Unending dance. I mean, it could be interesting if it wasn't a pure dex weapon, but this entire set is worthless. It does nothing for me because I don't have dex as my primary stat. Yes, weapons need to be useful, but it's been so long since I've gotten a weapon that I can actually use that fits my intended build. I've gotten a strength faith weapon. I've gotten at least 3 or 4 dex weapons, one of which is strength dex mixed everything, which is kind of nice, but also if I don't have an even distribution of strength, dex, int, and faith, it's probably suboptimal. And I don't want to respec for that. And then there is... I've gotten a lot of dex-based weapons. I've gotten 1 strength int. I haven't gotten really many strength weapons. I've gotten a strength weapon that was just basically a generic greatsword with a slightly different Ash of War that was unique, but even that was kind of pointless. It wasn't a very good Ash of War. Maybe it's better than I give it credit for, but it didn't seem very good. Its range felt more limited than would be necessary for it to feel good. I'm just complaining. I'm doing that a great deal. Crab. Okay. There has to, oh, I mean, there's this. This is a boss, probably, eventually. I need to go over here, I guess. And then maybe I can get to the weird hands. That would be nice. I haven't gotten anything from the DLC yet that I really care about. Like, these are neat. They don't fit with the build. That's the only thing that even slightly fit with the build that I've been going for. Other than that, I guess there's the Ash of War, but that's it. Nothing else has been any good. Oh, well, no. This helmet's pretty good, but that's purely aesthetics. It's a good aesthetic helmet, but that's it. Like, there's been two good fights, and that's pretty much it. There's some cool dungeons. I just haven't gotten any weapons that I can use that I care about, that are interesting. I've gotten there's so many arcane weapons that I can't use because I'm not doing an arcane focus build. Like, I understand that I think int in the base game has a lot of coverage. Like, there's a lot of int weapons that work. Just, it would be nice to get a singular int weapon that was new, that I could actually use and wasn't dex based. Doubt and vacillation. But that's not a physical part of you. Don't get metaphorical on me. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm definitely at more than 4. Yeah, 1 here. 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm 1 short of the 6 that's required for whatever the guy wants. I'm still gonna get the 16 faith at this point. I'm committed. I kind of, like, it's not very good. They don't fit my build, but they're fun to use occasionally. They're just not at all suited for the style of combat. They're too low hitting. They don't hit hard enough. Like, they don't hit hard enough. They don't provide enough stagger. They don't do anywhere near enough to fit with how I've been playing. Which is a shame. Oh, hands. I know what that means. Fire. And that should be fine. I probably don't need the buff. That's the way back up, okay. I can get back up from here, hopefully. Please only one hand at a time. What died there? What died? Come here. The fire didn't hit. Why does it not stagger? It's supposed to have them rolling on the floor because they're on fire. What is this game? Well, I know what happened. It got hit multiple times by fire, which means that it doesn't get hit by fire. I hate these stupid hands. I think they're one of the worst enemies. They're cool design. I hate this enemy. I hate this enemy. It's a cool design. It didn't roll on the ground on fire, which it should have, because that's normally what happens when you hit it with fire. But I guess, I used the fire thing, so I hit it again, and that made it stand up, because getting ignited is the same as stop, dropping, and rolling, I guess, is the logic. Because you don't need to stop, drop, and roll if you get hit by fire again. It makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Just, like, come on. There's no reason that it shouldn't have staggered from the fire. It's just the game being dumb. Unless these specific ones can't get hit staggered by fire. Except they could, because it did get hit by fire. Can I just kind of sit here? No, they can jump, can't they? Oh, I'm not... Go away, you stupid hand. Except yeah. Why does getting hit recover them from a stagger? It doesn't make any sense. They should still be unable to move because they're still on fire. But nope. They are fine. They don't need to stop, drop, and roll once they get hit. No, no, no. They're all fine once they get hit. That makes sense. They wouldn't be screaming in agony. They would be just fine. It's very logical. Everyone knows that. And it missed. And it didn't hit this fire, so I got bodied. Yep. It makes so much sense. I love this game. It makes so much sense. It's so frustrating that it doesn't follow any form of logic. Oh, you hit them twice? They don't need to burn. They're done burning now. You hit them twice. They're fine. Oh, it's dumb. And it's mostly just extra frustrating because I'm pre-frustrated with the game. Pre-frustration makes it more easy, makes me more easily frustrated. Because I'm already in a negative mood, so I'm more likely to take issue with minor elements. So I don't think that's that minor. Like, oh, you can hit these enemies and they'll be burning, but you hit them again, they're fine. Like, no, that doesn't make any sense. Like, yes, if you're actively burning, you might, and someone's still hitting you, maybe you would be able to keep your state of mind in order to, like, attack them back somehow. But I kind of don't think so. Yes, it's a giant hand instead of a human, but... I don't know. I felt like killing that sheep. It's gonna be useless again. It's gonna be completely worthless. As always. I haven't gotten anything to benefit my actual played build this entire time, but I've gotten 3 great brave glove warts that I totally need. Which is my own fault for not needing them at all, but... Still. The lack of anything that I can work with is very annoying. And it missed. It's on fire, but just nothing. Okay. Like, it makes no sense that, oh, you've been hit by fire once, you're fine. It makes no sense. I understand the gameplay mechanic reasons, but it's just dumb. Oh, you were hit by fire a minute ago? Now you can't be burned. Oh, you're immune to the effects of fire because you were burned 1 minute ago. Yeah, sure. That makes sense. I get the gameplay reasons. It's still dumb. There's a path over there, okay. The hands are not fun enemies. This weapon is trash because the fire is useless. They get hit once and they're fine. It's a different thing. Give me a ghost weapon. Nope. Still worthless. No ghost weapon, despite it being a bigger grave thing, I think. Yeah, maybe it isn't bigger. Maybe it's my mistaken impression. Like, it's not that hard for one of these to have a ghost weapon. You just make an invisible dex weapon. I wouldn't be able to use it, but it would at least be interesting. Instead of grave glovewort, it would probably be really bad because the quote-unquote power budget of being invisible would probably dictate that it'd have to be trash, but... What? No stagger. Absolutely zero stagger. Interesting. It's a shade creature, but it doesn't get staggered at all. What should I do if I'm sick of this? I'm going to do this because I want to explore into here, hopefully. See what's here. But I have this whole area to explore. There's probably a boss in here that's probably humanoid. And it's probably a lot more fun than a dragon fight. This is connected to this down here for sure. And I really, really want the map. But the map doesn't connect here because of the waterfall. And this is a dead end over here. It kind of loops there. So to get here, I would have to either find some way across here, which is not happening. Or there's a path right here that goes down. Which means I'd have to go to the Shade Castle or whatever it was called. No, I'm not going to fight you. The hands are just annoying to fight. They're a waste of time. Close. Wonder if you could climb that on the left there to get up there slightly easier. Slightly more easily? Probably better than easier. Rude. I definitely care. I was having so much fun when the DLC started. Now I'm running past every single enemy because it's a waste of time. Oh no, I'm dead. Oh, I got lucky. Like, early DLC was like, oh, this is fun to explore. Now there's hands everywhere. One of the worst enemy types. Not the worst, but just one of the worst. And the only thing fun about them is if you light them on fire, they stop, drop, and roll. Except if you hit them once, they instantly stop, dropping, and rolling because they're not on fire anymore. Guess we should study the flame retardant properties of getting hit with a sword. That would be worth exploration. Yep, nothing here. You just need to go over here and get to the giant hand. If there's a boss that's a giant hand, I'm quitting right away. I'll continue playing some other day, but I will stop. Probably for a week. I probably will not play this for an entire week if there's a boss that is a giant hand. I'll make one attempt, of course, but if I have to fight a giant hand down here, I'm out. Because I barely fought any of them and I'm already sick of them. I hope it's just giant hands. I hope there's no giant hand boss. I guess I should call these big hands and the medium to... and the normal big ones giant. Except there's a bigger size already in the base game. What are you? Ah. Creepy. Weird lizard snake monster. Very interesting. It's not a finger monster, at least. Well, it might be a finger that is a snake, but it's not a hand. Which is better. It is a spellcaster, though, which is annoying. Like, anything that casts spells is obnoxious. Okay, fingers. Weirdo structure. There might be something there. But so far there's nothing. So far this entire side path is a waste of time. Which means that there has to be something here that I'm either missing or will show up later. Wow. What a committed snake creature. It's a lamprey. I hate that. I hate that enemy. Okay, I'm out. I hate that enemy. I hate lampreys. They're awful. They're creepy beyond belief. They're not the creepiest thing in the world. It's not creepy beyond belief. They're gross. They're very unpleasant. Wait, maybe it's lamprey, not lamprey, but they're very unpleasant to even think about. Kind of like leeches. Leeches are gross. I don't like thinking about leeches. And sorry to slugs, but leeches affects my image of slugs as well. So I hate slugs too. Snails kind of get a pass. Because they at least have a shell. But even then, snails are still kind of gross. Because they're goopy. Finger mimic. Lovely. I mean, that doesn't make any sense unless it's a magical impact. Like, oh, the magic of the finger area leads to plants that grow that look like fingers. But there's a path up there. Pretty sure that's not where I started. Can't check the map though because the enemies are aggroed. Really wish you could check the map when enemies are aggroed, just so that I could look at the map. Good. Okay. I was back here. Yeah, maybe I want to, or was that, shoot. Okay, if I turn, that's to the south. Yeah. So it's over here. So I think I want to go through there. See what's over there. There shouldn't be too much. Another stupid tumbleweed. There shouldn't be tumbleweeds everywhere. Like, unless I'm misunderstanding the fundamentals of what a tumbleweed is, there shouldn't be tumbleweeds literally everywhere. It should be biome specific. And generally, tumbleweeds made of dead grass should be in areas where there is dead grass. There's no dead grass visible here. Oh, not another one of these stupid enemies. Oh, I hate them. I just genuinely don't know if those are killable, and if they are, they don't seem fun to kill. That might be the same one I saw before, though, which would be good. It would mean there isn't another one. Yeah, okay, so this is probably the same one I saw before. That's good. There's just too much random... Okay, this is just gonna be a closed-in space. Okay. Probably. Just so much random nothingness. Ooh, bears. That are red because they're red. But to my understanding, they're not... If they're the same as the one that I let hit me, they aren't scarlet rot. So they're just red because they're red. Why would they be red? No guesses. No guesses. If they were blue, I'd be like, oh, because the area is blue and magic. Red, though. Red just... I don't even have the slightest guess why a bear would be red in a blue area. Not even like a aesthetic design choice from a game perspective. I'm like, why would they choose that? Blah, blah. Glinting nail. Blah, blah. No one cares about you bears. I'm busy. And that's what you get. That's what you get for picking a fight for no reason. Glinting nails. Where are they? Are this? Oh, it's just a shooting. Oh, found by hunting lamprey. Or lamprey. I'm not sure about the pronunciation, but... Finger creepers hail from these ruins. Oh, exalted mother. I don't like the idea of a big hand. I don't want a big hand to fight. Those guys are annoying enough normally. There's a giant hand I have to fight. That'll be awful. Now, the real twist would be if it was like a foot. Or a leg without a foot. Or an arm without a foot. Just a forearm. That would be fun. If the boss is a giant forearm, I would find that funny. Can't check the map. I hope the boss is a giant forearm that just rolls at you. It'd probably be awful to fight just a giant rolling enemy, but it would be funny. Raya, or Rhea. I want a giant hand hammer. Intelligence, strength, giant hand. I want that. Nothing more. Nothing less. Just a big high five. Excuse me. Big high five. It can pancake enemies with a strong attack like any of the big hammers can. Or the clubs. That's all I want. I mean, I'd want more than that, but like, I'd be fine as long as I get something like that. It would be funny. It would be useful. Strength int, or even just pure strength. Pure strength would be fine. It would be acceptable. It wouldn't be great, but it would be acceptable. Just something that is interesting. Because the Divine Beast Frost Stomp, whatever the full name is fun, but it's not that good. It doesn't have any real stagger potential. So it just isn't that good. It hits for like 800, which is okay in a big AoE, but it's only really useful against slimes. And there's so many things that are more useful against slimes, so why would I choose to use... Please, the moment I walk into the center, those giant fingers better curl up and teleport me somewhere. Please just teleport me somewhere. It would be so funny. It's a bell. Doesn't hit it. Does look like a bell. I'll do one more attempt at swinging at it. Nope, nothing. It's a very relatively quiet background glinting noise that I assume has been here for a while. But I had to actually turn my own volume up to be able to hear it at all. I'm still in the AoE of presumably the boss or whatever. Or is it the whole central corridor of this that triggers the summon potential? I walked down on this side. I went around the back there. I'm pretty sure. Well, that's different. Bubbly. I mean, that's kind of neat. Annoying, but neat. Ah, lovely. What's the purpose? Oh, it's gonna teleport here and murder me now? And they have 1500 HP. I'm about to get teleported on. I'm gonna die. I hate these enemies. That's my current opinion. I hate these enemies. Oh, you're running around and you get shot by a purple beam. Here's half your HP. I just want to figure out what this is. You're wandering around, just doing your business. Here's a random purple ball. Very necessary. It's so fun. It's so beneficial to the game that it just comes out of nowhere and is incredibly loud. And it one-shots your horse, but it doesn't actually one-shot your horse. It just dismounts you forcibly and doesn't actually kill the horse, but... Well, I'm gonna give up. I mean, it feels like something's... Oh, that guy's still aggro. Yeah, look, if this gets to me, I'm gonna complain. Yep, that's garbage. That's garbage. How can they shoot from that far? That's complete trash. Like... Nothing I do can ever go anywhere near that distance, but they can shoot their purple teleport orbs from the other side of the map. They can shoot it across the world, and it just shows up because it moves super fast. And they don't lose aggro. They just don't lose aggro. Because they can shoot across the world. That's so fun. I love it. This can be nothing to do with that. Yeah, I can't see anything. That's them getting eaten by a lamprey. I don't want to leave because it's a relatively long run to get here. It's not crazy long, but it's annoyingly long. But I don't want to run all the way here again. But I guess I'll have to. Maybe I'll figure it out. Maybe I won't. And if I don't, then oh well. You hid your content too well. I pressed the jump button and it did not jump. Oi, oi, oi. Just out of reach. So slow. I think grab attacks are designed to be frustrating because they could go quicker, but they intentionally make them take a while before they stop dealing damage, which is annoying. Like, an equivalent attack that did the same amount of damage would feel less annoying. What? What is this here about? Still no map? Oh, and this guy's still shooting at me from across the map. Lovely. What? Are they... What visions of map? Oh, they were trying to get to this map, I assume? Oh, we can cross here? Maybe is what they thought? I don't know. I don't get it. If that's what it is, then I don't get why they thought that. Based on how I've progressed through the game. But if it's just a joke, then it's just a joke. It's not very funny, but I just don't get it. Because maybe if you get here without seeing the... Like, there's... If you have this map here, you know this is not a passable place. It doesn't look like a passable place. Passable places have a little bit more obvious, like, graded up, whereas this is a harsh cliff. Because this is a harsh cliff. So that's going to continue being a harsh cliff. Now, there's no contour lines to work with, but it's just a general approximation. These stupid lampreys, like... Why are they so committed? Probably because they're not suited to their environment because there's nothing to eat here, but... I don't know what to do. I already checked there. Maybe if I check there again now? Maybe the coffin that was there will change now that I've been to the lower area? Maybe there's nothing here right now. Maybe something only appears later in the game for some reason. I don't know. There's no way of knowing. I'm fine with the mysterious stuff. It's generally okay. I just don't like that I'm gonna have to run back there. It probably. Like, this is something, but it isn't. Like, if there was a grace right by that, and that's where I needed to go, I'd be fine with that. But if I have to go back there, either because I realize what I'm supposed to do, or there's a hint somewhere else for what I'm supposed to do, it's very limited. Across the map. Like, do you really think that's necessary? Like, does it make the game more interesting? No. Does it make it harder? Maybe. Is it fun? Absolutely not. You have to keep an eye on enemies that are literally basically out of render distance. Shooting missiles at you through which they teleport. The teleportation is cool. But the missiles being shot when they're barely visible is not. Yes, the missile itself is very visible, but you're running around doing other stuff and then suddenly you get hit by a beam that you wouldn't be able to know was being fired because the enemy was nowhere near. It's not interesting. It's neat. Okay. I can use this to get a remembrance? Weird. I don't think the other one was very useful, but neither was this one. That was just a storm boost thing, which is useless pretty much. I'm gonna leave this until I find something else. I'm glad I interacted with it. Doesn't solve my issue, but... yeah, there's nothing here. Guess I'll have to come back some other time unless there's something up here, but that's unlikely. Yeah. Unsurprising that there's nothing here. But maybe there's a point of view. Oh, lovely. You can't even see the enemy shooting the pink beam at me because they have infinite aggro. It's just weird they have infinite aggro. Like, why is it still angry at me? Yes, it can teleport, but like, if it can teleport, can it only teleport to things hit by the purple? If not, why don't they teleport near me and then attack me there? Teleport to get closer and then shoot me. Instead of gameplay wise, oh, you can't even see this enemy that's about to shoot you. So you have to keep your eye out 360 degrees because you don't know where one's going to shoot you from infinite distance. Well, there might be something here that I missed. I could come back someday. I should probably explore. Yeah, there's definitely red stuff here that I didn't explore because I ran all the way to the end and then went in here. So I didn't explore the red area at all. But I'm sick of this area. This area doesn't seem like it's going to be very fun, so I'm going to leave. I'm going to continue next time over somewhere else. Here, sure. I'll go here, then I'll go here. That'll be more fun. I'm stopping here for today. it'll still be a little while. So have a nice day.